The Yangtze River, or Changjiang as it's known in China, is more than just a river. It's a lifeline that has profoundly shaped the course of China's history, influencing everything from agriculture to culture. For millennia, its waters have been a source of both sustenance and challenge. It has nourished civilizations, providing fertile lands for agriculture and serving as a vital transportation route, fostering trade and communication across vast distances. The riverbanks have been home to countless generations, their lives intertwined with the ebb and flow of the Yangtze. But the Yangtze has also unleashed devastating floods throughout history, bringing destruction and hardship to the communities that depend on it. These floods have claimed countless lives and caused widespread economic damage, leaving a lasting impact on the landscape and the people. To control its immense power and mitigate the risk of future disasters, China embarked on an ambitious project, the construction of the Three Gorges Dam. This monumental undertaking was envisioned as a solution to the river's unpredictable nature. The Three Gorges Dam is a colossal feat of engineering, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Its sheer size and complexity are awe-inspiring, representing a significant achievement in modern construction. It also stands as the world's largest power station by capacity, a source of immense hydroelectric power that fuels China's growing economy. The dam's turbines generate a substantial portion of the nation's electricity. The dam promised effective flood control, protecting downstream communities from the devastating effects of the Yangtze's floods. It was designed to regulate the river's flow and prevent future catastrophes. It also offered the promise of clean energy, reducing reliance on fossil fuels and contributing to a more sustainable future. Hydroelectric power is a renewable resource that can help mitigate climate change. Furthermore, the dam created a navigable waterway, allowing ships to travel deep into China's interior, facilitating trade and economic development. The dam's locks enabled vessels to bypass the dam and continue their journey upstream. This waterway connects major cities like Shanghai and Chongqing, creating a vital transportation corridor for goods and people. These cities are important economic hubs in China. It was more than just a structure of concrete and steel. It was a symbol of national ambition, a testament to China's growing power and its determination to transform its destiny. The dam represented a bold vision for the future, but altering a river as mighty and complex as the Yangtze inevitably comes with consequences, both intended and unintended. The river's ecosystem is incredibly sensitive. Scientists and environmentalists warned of the potential risks, raising concerns about the dam's impact on the environment and the surrounding communities. They argued that disrupting such an ancient and delicate system could have far-reaching and unpredictable effects on the region's ecology. They feared that the dam could trigger unforeseen problems, leading to ecological imbalances and environmental degradation. While the dam has undeniably delivered energy and provided a measure of flood protection, it has also created a new set of challenges, raising questions about the long-term sustainability of the project. One of the most pressing concerns is the altered movement of sand and sediment, which has significant implications for the river's ecosystem. The accumulation of silt behind the dam and the reduced sediment flow downstream are causing a range of environmental problems. The story of the Three Gorges Dam is not just a story about engineering prowess and economic development. It's also a story about the hidden crisis that lies beneath the water's surface, a crisis that threatens the delicate balance of the Yangtze River. This is the story of that unfolding crisis, a story of unintended consequences and the challenges of managing a complex and vital resource. Rivers are much more than just water flowing within their banks. They're incredibly dynamic and complex systems, constantly working to carry sediment downstream. This sediment isn't just inert material, it's a vital component of the river's overall health and function. This sediment consists of soil, grains of sand, and even organic matter, all swept along by the river's current. This sediment plays a crucial role in building fertile deltas at the river's mouth, enriching farmland along its course, and sustaining diverse ecosystems that depend on its presence. It's the lifeblood of the river's surrounding environment. Imagine stirring tea leaves in a cup of hot water. As long as you keep stirring, the leaves remain suspended in the water, but the moment you stop and the water becomes still, they begin to settle at the bottom. Rivers work in much the same way, constantly carrying sediment downstream, but on a truly massive and awe-inspiring scale. The Yangtze River, for example, historically carried an astonishing amount of sediment, over 500 million tons each year. This massive sediment load played a vital role in shaping China's landscape over millennia, particularly in nourishing the fertile Shanghai Delta, making it one of the most productive agricultural regions in the world. Historically, seasonal floods would spread this nutrient-rich silt across the farmlands bordering the river, effectively fertilizing the soil and fueling the growth of civilizations for centuries. Therefore, sediment is not simply waste material to be discarded, it's actually the river's invaluable gift, a vital resource that sustains life and ecosystems downstream. But what happens when we artificially slow down a river's natural flow, such as by constructing a massive dam? Inevitably, the river's energy decreases significantly, and the sediment it carries begins to settle out of the water. The construction of a dam effectively creates a vast and relatively calm reservoir behind it, providing the perfect conditions for sand, silt, and other particulate matter to sink slowly to the bottom of the reservoir. This process fundamentally interrupts a natural and essential process that has shaped the river and its surrounding environment for millennia. The consequences of this disruption to the river's natural sediment transport are profound, far-reaching, and often underestimated. So let's delve deeper and examine how this seemingly hidden process of sedimentation can ultimately clog the entire river system and impact the surrounding environment. The Three Gorges Dam's reservoir, a colossal body of water, represents an immense feat of engineering, but its sheer size also brings about significant environmental challenges. It stretches over 600 kilometers, an artificial river within the river, a vast expanse reshaping the very landscape it occupies. This immense length has profound implications for the flow and behavior of the Yangtze River. The reservoir dramatically slows the Yangtze's current, causing the sediment it carries to settle out of suspension. This process, seemingly benign, is the root of a complex and far-reaching problem. This buildup of sediment acts like a slow, insidious clog, gradually accumulating and altering the river's natural dynamics. It's a clog in the river's arteries, impacting not just the main channel, but also the intricate network of tributaries that feed into it. This silent accumulation is constantly changing the relationship between the dam and the river year after year, with consequences that are both subtle and profound. As sediment accumulates, it reduces the reservoir's capacity to store water, diminishing its effectiveness in managing water resources. This poses a direct threat to its crucial flood control function, leaving communities downstream more vulnerable to devastating floods. The abrasive sediment also wears down the dam's massive turbines, critical for generating hydroelectric power. This leads to increased maintenance costs and a reduction in the overall efficiency of power generation, impacting the dam's economic viability. Further upstream, the rising riverbeds, caused by sediment deposition, significantly increase the risk of flooding. This is particularly concerning for densely populated cities like Chongqing, which are highly susceptible to the impacts of increased floodwaters. The altered riverbed also creates navigational hazards for ships, disrupting crucial shipping routes and impacting trade. Downstream from the dam, the river is starved of its natural sediment load, a vital component of a healthy river ecosystem. Consequently, the water released from the dam is hungry. It's clear and appears pristine, but it possesses an increased capacity for erosion. This hungry water relentlessly scours the riverbanks and beds, destabilizing the surrounding environment. This erosion destabilizes infrastructure, threatening bridges, buildings, and other structures built along the river's edge, and fundamentally altering the river channel itself. The dam effectively traps the sediment that should naturally flow downstream, nourishing the river's ecosystem and maintaining its equilibrium. Deprived of this sediment, the river attempts to reclaim it by aggressively eroding its own banks, leading to collapses and further destabilization. This disruption throws the natural balance of the river ecosystem into disarray, impacting plant life, animal habitats, and the overall health of the river. The effects of this sediment imbalance ripple far beyond the immediate vicinity of the dam, impacting the entire river system and even reaching the Yangtze River Delta. Therefore, the sediment crisis is not merely a technical challenge related to dam operation. It represents a complex interplay of environmental and social consequences, impacting communities and ecosystems alike. Let's delve deeper and explore the full toll that this sediment crisis takes on the Yangtze River and the communities that depend on it. Before the dam, the Yangtze delivered over 500 million tons of sediment to the sea each year. Now, up to 80% of that sediment is trapped, transforming the river's ecosystem at unprecedented speed. Nutrients once carried downstream now settle in the reservoir, starving the lower river and East China Sea. Fish populations and coastal fisheries have declined, impacting livelihoods. Iconic species like the Chinese sturgeon and Yangtze River dolphin have suffered, some pushed to extinction. The Yangtze Delta, including Shanghai's coastline, is shrinking as the sea erodes land once built by the river. Salt water intrudes into freshwater aquifers, threatening city foundations. The dam's impact extends far beyond its walls, reshaping land, water, and life. The environmental cost is a stark reminder of the power and fragility of natural systems. The dam's creation displaced over 1.3 million people, submerging towns and severing ties to ancestral lands. Many resettled communities struggle with less fertile soil, while downstream fishing and farming livelihoods have dwindled. Eroded riverbanks and damaged infrastructure force costly repairs and adaptation. The dam fragments habitats, blocks fish migration, and disrupts breeding cycles. Wetlands vital for migratory birds are shrinking, threatening global populations. Upstream, the reservoir's weight has triggered landslides and small earthquakes, destabilizing the region. The dam, built for control, has introduced new instabilities for both people and nature. If sediment keeps building up, the dam's flood control capacity will shrink, putting millions at risk. Sediment deltas could block navigation routes, crippling shipping and causing unpredictable floods upstream. The dam's structure faces long-term pressure from heavy, shifting sediment, posing risks in the event of earthquakes or landslides. Downstream, hungry water deepens and narrows the channel, disconnecting lakes and wetlands and eroding the delta. Shanghai grows more vulnerable to sea level rise and storms as the delta recedes. Unchecked, sediment threatens the dam's core goals: flood control, navigation, and power, while causing lasting environmental harm. The stakes are high, and solutions are urgently needed. Engineers and scientists are racing to manage sediment at the Three Gorges Dam. Flushing, lowering reservoir levels during floods, helps push sediment through the dam, but only partially. Venting turbidity currents mimics natural floods, sending concentrated bursts of sediment downstream. These methods help, but can't solve the problem alone. Long-term soil conservation and reforestation upstream aim to reduce erosion at the source. Dredging, physically removing sediment, is costly and never-ending. The challenge is immense, balancing energy, flood control, and environmental health. The search for sustainable solutions continues, with lessons for dams worldwide. The Three Gorges Dam teaches humility. Rivers are living systems, not just water to be controlled. Sediment is the river's lifeblood, building land and sustaining life. Dams interrupt ancient processes with consequences that ripple through ecosystems and societies. The world's great rivers, from the Nile to the Colorado, face similar challenges. The lesson: we must balance the benefits of mega projects with their long-term costs. Future solutions may mean smaller dams, better watershed management, and alternative energy sources. Listening to the river's story, we can find more sustainable ways to harness its power. The Yangtze's experience is a global call for wiser stewardship. The Three Gorges Dam is a saga of ambition meeting nature's complexity. Its sand crisis is a symbol of the challenge: meeting human needs without harming vital systems. The path forward is to learn, adapt, and innovate, balancing energy, ecology, and community. Engineers and scientists at the dam are pioneering solutions that can guide projects worldwide. We all have a role supporting renewable energy, demanding rigorous environmental review, and championing river restoration. Our choices shape the future of the world's great rivers. By seeking balance, we can ensure rivers like the Yangtze continue to nourish life for generations. The story of the Yangtze is a call to action, reminding us that we share one current and must navigate it together.